Joined by Vaughan Marshall, who's got a big day ahead on Sunday at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, but we'll get to the big boy in a moment. Vaughan, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure, Al.
Let's kick off with your three runners in race number one, starting with number 2, Captain John Snow. How's he doing? He's got a bit of a reputation.
Yeah, I would say he's been a bit disappointing, Al. We thought that he would have won by now, and we'd mapped this race out before they changed the distance. It was a 1200, but we'll just take our chances. It might just be on the short side, but his work at home has been really, really good. So we're just pretty hopeful.
Same race, first timers, 2 first timers. Let's start with Sierra Sagrada with Gavin on board. Always exciting to have a one world in the race.
Yeah, and he's a very, very nice colt. The same applies to him as far as the distance was concerned. If it was a 1200, I think he'd be a very hard horse to beat, but we'll take our chances in the 1000. Gavin was very impressed with his work this morning, so I think he'll run a good race.
And then also a first timer, Ballsy Rossi. What can you tell us?
Yeah, he's a nice colt, but he is going to need further. I think we all saw his gallop here at Kenilworth, and he put up a really good piece of work, but I think he's looking for further.
3 runners in race number 2. Let's start with Captain's Alliance. Looks like there's something there on what he showed first up.
No, definitely. He's out of a mare that won over a bit of a trip, and I'm surprised that he shows the speed that he does. His half sister won first time out in Johannesburg, but it was in the wet, and albeit a very weak maiden. But I think he's going to be a smart horse once we get to 14, 1600 and even further.
Then Dreamworld, that was a fantastic debut. How much improvements has he made?
Yeah, he's improved a lot. Gavin was very, very pleased with his work this morning. I think he's a really nice horse, and got lots of hope for him.
And then Get Up and Go in the same race. Where does he fit in?
Yeah, look, he ran a good race considering that he got left quite a few lengths at the start, first time out, and he made up the ground and then just stayed on. But hopefully on Sunday he jumps with them, and I think he's in with a place chance.
Race 3, new arrival, United Nation. What can you tell us?
He's come with a bit of a reputation, even though his form is so disappointing. I've had 3 of his brothers who all were decent horses, but they had major problems. But, I haven't done much with him. I'm trying to get him into the race a little underdone. His work at home, what he's shown us, is pretty good. So I just want to see him run on. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if he ran into the money.
Then 2 runners in race 5, pulls apart as far as age is concerned. Let's start with the younger Lion Rampart. It looks like a very exciting sprinter in the making.
Yeah, he's done really well since we gelded him. He was always a decent horse and didn't have any problems or anything, but he's settled down now, and his work has been terrific at home. So I think he's a big runner.
Let's start with one of the stable favourites then, Seeking the Stars in the same race.
Can you ever discount him? Yeah, he ran a cracking race the other day. I thought he was a bit unlucky. He should have been a bit closer. But in this type of race, I think he must have a chance.
Let's go on to the big boy now in the CRS Big Cap. And, we're not really looking forward to saying goodbye to him on the South African racetrack. But what a ride he's taken us on over the last 12 months. 1 stripe. He hasn't run since the Lomara Kings Plate. You can tell us about the gallop he had here subsequently that's on social media and how he's done since.
Yeah, his gallop here was very good as far as I was concerned. And Gavin just was also happy with him. But he felt it the last 100 metres or so, which is what we thought would happen. But he's one of those remarkable horses that one piece of work like that, and it's like turning a switch. And that switch has been turned on. This morning his work was outstanding. He's going to have another 2 sprint ups before Sunday. Gavin's very happy with him and in a good space.
Personal Commander, he can be dangerous on his day. He is off a grade 1 level.
Alistair, he ran second in this race last year, and he sort of lost his form, I think, due to the fact that he was penalised for his Derby 4th, albeit 10 lengths off the winner, and for running second in this race. They've now dropped him, and he comes in with a nice weight compared to the other horses. And the other day he ran a good race up to a point. It was only the last 100 metres that he dropped out of it. I think he's in with a place chance.
And then all up for 6. I mean, you know how dangerous he can be.
No, absolutely. He's a very decent horse, and he's fit and he's well. So I expect him to run a big race.
2 runners in race 9. Let's start with Prometere. Real salt of the earth try, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and I thought that win of his the other day was a cracking effort. He's not an easy horse to ride. You've got to tuck him away and make it difficult for him, or he makes it difficult for himself, shall I say. I think he's in with a chance, definitely, and Richard gets on particularly well with him.
And San Pedro's a sort of underrated front runner, isn't he? On his day, he can be good.
Yeah, Alistair, he's one of those horses who's just stuck on the same merit rating for the last month or so, or a couple of runs, and I think he should be dropped, you know. So his work at home is pretty good, and I just hope that they try and drop him to make him a bit competitive, you know. With a 97, it's difficult for him.
And then the final runner, race number 10, you got Paratrooper to round the day off, and just going down. He hasn't got the most ideal draws, but his last couple of runs, he's come back to life.
Yeah, you know, his form has been pretty good, and things haven't got, the last run things didn't go for him, but the draws are killer, and we all know that, so let's hope he just runs a good race.
Have a lovely day, Mr. Marshall.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.